hill, the lefty, David Peterson. Chris, it's a little more common these days, but still, he's a strikeout per inning type of guy.
Well, I hear you about the strikeouts. A lot more guys striking out today, but when you consider having the ability to get that strikeout, particularly when you need it, a man on third, less than 2 outs, situations where, yeah, maybe you're not a real high strikeout guy, but just knowing you have the swing and miss stuff in a big spot, I think it's real critical, and he's got it.
Okay, all set to go. Now it's the shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Pops over the wall, and that's an automatic double.
Well, there's something really nice about getting yourself an automatic double like that. You get to stroll into second base without having to worry about a throw or getting your uniform dirty. And now you're just looking for the next hitter to kind of do the same thing. Maybe put one in the gap so you can jog home as well.
This is Corbin Carroll. A little bit low. 1-0.
Here's a fun fact on Corbin, and I don't know if everyone remembers their first jersey, but Carroll certainly does. He used to rock an Ichiro Suzuki growing up.
That one at the knees for a strike. Ground ball to the right side, and that one handled. 1 out in the top of the first. Now the Diamondbacks lineup as put together by Torey Lovullo. And a big part of it, a guy with a great track record, Randal Grichuk.
Well, Boog, there aren't many guys who have a flair for the big moment like he does. I mean, batting over 400 with runners in scoring position. Are you kidding me? I know it's not guaranteed or an automatic, but I hope we get to see him in a close late game situation with runners in scoring position and just see, is he truly a machine or not?
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. And they'll score first. It's 1-0.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
And it's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Gurriel in his 6th season batting in the cleanup spot, and he was born in Cuba. Man at first, 1 away. Line drive, the flip, 1 at second, and they'll just get the 1.
Batting fifth, third baseman, Eugenio Suarez.
Eugenio Suarez up to the plate now.
I'm liking what I've seen from him at the dish lately, working on a 5-game hitting streak.
Pitch misses, and that's ball 1.
1 ball.
Gurriel leads off first with 2 down to the.
It's just fun turning on a pitch like he did right there.
And here's the catcher, Gabriel Moreno. Close, but called the ball. And that's ball 1.
This might be the most pressure you put on this guy today. You got 1 run in, you got to try to get another 1 or maybe 2.
Nice grab. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now 1-0. Back here in Queens, and towing the slab, Eduardo Rodriguez. And Chris, pitching on the road has not been particularly kind to him.
Yeah, and you don't want to be too quick to say that he can't pitch on the road. Sometimes, you know, it's just a matter of luck. It's not having a feel. Difference between the bullpen mound to the mound out there on the playing field. Don't know what it is, but I know this. He's got good enough stuff to overcome and get it done on the road as well as at home. So we'll see what he's able to do in this one.
Francisco Lindor, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. And he hits a ground ball right side. Whips it to Smith. One gone, bottom half of the first. Here's a Mets lineup now. This is an offense, Chris, that's having a hard time scoring runs right now.
Yeah, sometimes things just aren't going to click, and unfortunately what happens is players press, they try to do a little bit more, and they get out of their game. You've got to let the game come to you. If you chase it, it's going to run from you. So this is a team that just needs to calm down, relax, and understand that they're going to come out of this.
Juan Soto, the next to hit, takes ball one.
One ball, no strike.
One out, base is empty. Swing and a foul out of play. On the ground, Perdomo. And he'll be safe at first. And it's going to wind up out of play.
Shortstops have to make some pretty difficult throws across the field sometimes. Might have tried to put a little too much behind that one, but clearly he got under the throw, didn't stay on top, not a good release point, and it just took off on him.
Here's Pete Alonso. Swing and a miss as he was late that time. Man at second. That's a strike across the top of the zone. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 down.
Well, clearly just anxious right there, and understandably so. In an 0-2 count, you feel like you've got a lot of plate to cover, and you don't want to strike out, and you end up striking out. That's just one of those pitches where it's not over the plate, but because you committed to it as it was leaving his hand, by the time you realized it wasn't going to be in the zone, it's too late to hold up your swing.
Here's Starling Marte. Inside. And that is ball one. Soto on at second with 2 down. Close, but called a ball. And it's 2-0. And a big swing and a miss.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Liner, and oh, that got him. No chance for a play, and let's hope the left-hander's not hurt out there. That one got him pretty good, but perhaps the silver lining is that it got him in his non-throwing arm, Chris.
Yeah, assuming there's nothing broken in there, I think he should be able to shake this one off, but man, that can't feel good. He's going to have a pretty nice bruise at the very least, that's for sure.
So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Mark Vientos will hit next. Here's a guy who's been struggling so far this year. It's only late April, but still hoping he'll turn it around soon. Whips it to Smith, 3rd out. 2 left for the Mets. Still behind by a count of 1-0. All set for the start of the inning. And here's the first baseman, Pavin Smith.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is, I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
Peterson back to work. That's a strike, and it's 0-1.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Dave Lawrence assigned to work home plate in this one.
Good umpire, Boog. Very fair, very consistent. Now, I did hear some feedback that he opens up the outside corner a little bit on left-handed hitters, which, you know, for me, I'd be kind of salty. So maybe something to keep an eye on and see if that fact.
Boots it. Gets off a throw and saved. Couldn't recover from the misplay.
Leadoff man aboard on the error, and that puts your pitcher in a little bit of a tough spot right away to start the inning, not where you want to be. So we'll see if he's able to work around it and pick the defense up.
Here's the second baseman. Just missed.
That's the way.
Nobody out. Runner at first. In the air to left center. Taylor ranging after it. Puts it away for the out.
Batting ninth, center fielder Alec Thomas.
Alec Thomas now. That missed by a lot. Ball one.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating based off the trajectory, get yourself into scoring position.
Next offering is in for a strike.
1 ball, 2 straight.
Squirts away a little bit. Goes down looking.
Well, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. Hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pitch.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field, and that's the 3rd out. 1 left for Arizona, but they lead it 1-0. Bottom of the inning, and here is Jeff McNeil.
Leading off for the Mets, second baseman Jeff McNeil.
Fought off foul. And that drops in for a strike. Fights it off. He'll see another. Struck him out swinging. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Batting 7th, catcher.
So digging in, Francisco Alvarez. And that's a little bit high. 1-0. There's a swing and a miss.
I think he was sitting off
1 ball,
speed there.
1 strike.
And now it's even up. Battling here as he fouls it away. On the ground, right side, and that's just foul. And now it's filled up.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
Good battle here, about to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. And that's ball 4. That's a great at-bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at-bat. Saw a lot of
Center
pitches
fielder,
and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
Man at first with 1 gone. Tyrone Taylor up now for the Mets. one to Taylor. Alvarez, the base runner at first with one out. And that one pulled foul.
He's getting the barrel to the ball. He's just got to work on that timing a little bit.
The pitch. Foul ball there. And a base hit. Lead runner holds at second base. First and second with one down.
So important to get into the fielding position after you deliver that baseball. That is a scary one. Watch your lips.
First and second, one out. Jesse Winker getting ready to hit. That misses the zone, and it's 1-0.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam. For whatever reasons, this is a hitter that performs better in night games. We'll see what he brings in this one.
And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even.
1-1.
And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
And that one way outside. Now 2-2. Spoils the two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. 2 on, 1 out.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Francisco Lindor in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. The other way. Quick feed to second for 1, and that's 2.
Poetry in motion there as the second baseman turns the double play. Nice throw to first, and that's the way to end the inning.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Top half of the third inning, and now Corbin Carroll. And that one upstairs. And another ball. That misses, and it's 3-0. And there's the automatic. On the inside corner for a strike.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that ball.
Randall Grichuk now singled and drove in a run his first time through.
This is a batter right here who really produces in these night games, and we saw the latest example of it in his first AB.
And that's outside, and that's ball 1.
Boog, the runner at first needs to be careful right here. He's dealing with a pickoff artist on the mound.
And a foul ball.
This is a great dynamic right here. Speedy runner at first, thinking about taking second. Catcher with the pop time that leaves job.
Runner takes off, pitch in for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. We're here in the top half of inning number 3.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
And it remains 2-2. And there's a ball.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Now a screamer into the outfield. He's got it. Runner tags at second. Throw into third. He's in there.
He's safe.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, left fielder, Goriel Jr.
Here's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. He's 0 for 1.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed.
The 1-0. Just missed.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
And that one off the outside edge.
Good pitchers make pitches in big situations, and right here with a middle of the order hitter up, runner in scoring position, he's got to find a way to throw a quality strike.
Runner on at third, 1 gone. Line drive, base hit. In comes the run from third.
Well done. Drives in the run. Anytime you rip a line drive the other
Eugenio
way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
1 gone, runner at first. Here's the third baseman, Eugenio Suarez. And that's through there for a strike. It's 0-1. Gurriel at first, 1 gone. Into the outfield, base hit. The throw in, and he's safe. So it's first and third with 1 down.
2 consecutive base hits for this team. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Runners at the corners here, 1 away. Gabriel Moreno stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. Line drive. That's a base hit as a run scores. The throw to third. The tag out.
That's heads-up play right there. The outfielder knowing he has no shot at the runner at home, so comes up trying to cut that runner off at third and does a really nice job. Got to appreciate that.
And now the first baseman, Pavin Smith. Swings through that one for strike 1.
0-1.
Next offering is in for a strike. Stays alive. Two outs. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Though Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get, and he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Diamondbacks 3 and the Mets 0. Back here at Citi Field, set for the bottom of the third. Now up to hit Francisco Lindor. First offering, and it just misses.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Foul ball. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Now batting.
Juan Soto now.
Juan Soto.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And it's now first and second to start the inning.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. Pitch is in for a strike. 0-1.
No ball. 1 strike.
First and second, no outs here in the last half of the third. And that misses. And 1-1. He was looking to come up with the shutdown inning, and off to a shaky start. Next offering is downstairs.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
On the corner for a strike. No outs. Runners at first and second.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
He goes down looking.
Now
Starling Marte up to hit. Reached on an infield single his first time.
Marte.
And a foul ball. Right through there for a strike. Lindor on second. Soto over at first with one away. Into center. And it drops in. Throw into third. And he's in there as a run scores.
Picks himself up at RBI. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
Two on, one out. Mark Vientos now at the plate. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. That misses the zone, and that is ball 1.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
First and third, one down. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
As he was out front that time.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
And that one misses up and in. 2-2.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Bounced, and that got the pitcher. Can't pick it up with the bare hand. And no shot to get him at first. There's 2 aboard. Definitely some concern here. That ball came back and got him right on the pitching arm, as you can see him trying to shake it off.
And if nothing else, you worry about him getting some dead arm and losing some feeling. But From what I can tell, I think they're going to let him continue, and that's a really good sign.
First and second, one out. Now it's the second baseman, Jeff McNeil. Inside, just missed. Still only one out here in the inning. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. Grounded to third, could be two. Suarez tossed to second, and they bounce into two already. This one ends the third. They put two on the board, 4 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. 3 innings complete. It's the Diamondbacks 3 and the Mets 2. And we're back. Here's the second baseman, number 13.
Second baseman, number 13.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Pitch is in the dirt, and that's ball 1.
You know, these D-backs doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. They're hitting everything thrown at them. Their contact rate is in the low 90s. It's like they know what's coming, and that's just pretty ridiculous what they're doing right now. Those numbers are well above the major league average.
Bare hand grab, and safe at first, a bunt single. Well, Singy, that was really nice looking, able to get it down and in a good spot.
And he makes it look easy. Bat angle was perfect. Barrel stayed above the hands. Could almost walk to first.
Next up for the Diamondbacks, Alek Thomas. Went down on strikes his first time through. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. And there's one down.
Now batting, shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo.
Back to the top of the lineup, Geraldo Perdomo stands in now for the Diamondbacks. 1 for 2. Perdomo measures 6 feet 2 inches, 25 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. That's a strike. Little chopper rolls foul. Runner on the go. There's a ball. Oh, and they got him.
You know, I always felt as a base runner, base stealer that, you know, if you can get in that first, second, maybe third pitch, get your jump and steal second base, you had a much better chance of being successful. As it gets deeper into that at bat and those pitches rack up, you almost get a little more flat-footed, and you've got to be sharp to get that jump and to beat a good throw down to second base. Just wasn't able to do it right there.
That one misses, and it's 3 and 2. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Lays out and makes the play.
One of the most fun and exciting things you can do as an outfielder, you lay out, you make a diving catch, and you end the inning. That gets the team fired up in the dugout.
Back here in Queens, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's the catcher for the Mets, Francisco Alvarez. Right through there for a strike.
Well, these Mets showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
That misses the zone, and it's 1 and 2.
Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
That's outside, and the count's even at 2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly, he had him fooled.
Here's the center fielder, Tyrone Taylor. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. The D-backs leading by a run. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Hit in the air, center field. Thomas gets under it. Hauls it in for the out.
Up next for the Mets, left fielder,
Here's Jesse Winker. He hit into a double play his first time up. That pitch in for a strike, and it's 0-1. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Has room, and he makes the catch. Nothing doing for the Mets. They trail it 3-2. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the right fielder, Corbin Carroll.
For the Diamondbacks, right fielder, Corbin Carroll.
Peterson back to work. And that is out of play.
Well, these Diamondbacks doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. The numbers tell us they're averaging more than a hit every inning, and they've only struck out twice, so they keep finding ways to put their bat on the ball.
That one misses. Now 1-2. Corbin goes down on strikes. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
So up next, Randall Grichuk. Outside with a breaking ball.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the third or fourth pitch of just about every at bat.
Next offering is in for a strike. That one missing inside. Base is empty, one away, and we're at the top of the fifth. And a swing and a miss.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Now batting, left fielder, Lourdes Gurriel
And here
Jr.
comes the Mets manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. David Peterson is done. Just never found his groove. Wasn't able to settle in. New arm coming on. Back in a moment.
Now pitching for
The
the
new
Mets.
pitcher in the game, Kodai
Number
Senga.
34.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Here's Gurriel. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Ground ball right side. And that one finds its way through. They get it in quickly. So first and second, now one out.
Now batting, third baseman, Eugenio Suarez.
Eugenio Suarez up to hit now. He's 2 for 2. And that one fouled off.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Next offering in there for a strike. And that's strike two. Action in the Mets bullpen. Huascar Brazoban getting loose out there. Young getting cranked up as well. Grichuk at second. Gurriel at first. One gone.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
And a swing and a miss. Now 2 out.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
Here's the catcher, Gabriel Moreno.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
He boots it. Still fires to first. And that is the inning. Diamondbacks strand a pair, but they still lead at 3-2. Back here at Citi Field, we head to the bottom of the fifth. Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate.
Lindor.
Not even close there. 1-0. And that's in the dirt. Next offering in there for a strike. 2 balls and a strike. Juan Soto in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
No outs, runner at first. Here's Juan Soto. And that's off the inside edge. Ball 1. That catches the corner. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Has room, and he makes the catch.
Now batting, first baseman, Pete Alonso.
Pete Alonso up now for the Mets. 0 for 2 in this one.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
Just missed.
1-0.
Yeah, that's fouled off.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
Now snap throw to first. Lindor back in there. Tying run is at first. Last half of inning number 5. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. Line drive. Slings to second, and that's 2. No runs, no hits, no errors. For 5, it's the Diamondbacks 3 and the Mets 2. And we're back.
Leading
And
off
here's
for
the first
Arizona,
baseman,
first
Pavin
baseman,
Smith.
Pavin Smith.
That's
One
down
ball,
and in.
no strike.
A swing and a miss, and that's strike
One ball,
one.
one strike.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Next
2-2.
offering is outside. Off the
3-2.
outside edge with that one, and now it's filled up.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Here comes a 3-2. That one misses,
Take it, baby.
so a leadoff walk.
Now batting.
Now it's the
number
second
13.
baseman. Strike one.
Oh, this is a case of just slowing the game down. Sometimes you get so concerned with getting the job done, you forget that you still have to get a good pitch to do the job with.
0-1. Bunted back towards the mound. And that's an out on the sacrifice.
No, just doing his part right there, trying to move that runner
Now
into scoring
batting,
position.
the
Got it
center
down
fielder,
successfully.
Alec
Now we'll
Thomas.
see if they can drive him in from second.
Alec Thomas digs in now
Well, bottom of the order here, Boog. You got to go right after this guy.
as they look to pick up an add-on run. And the number 9 guy at the plate. Outside.
that's away.
And it's 1-0. Hit hard but foul off to the left. That one the other way, and foul ball. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Smith leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. Oof. That one went straight back and got our ump right in the mask. Let's hope he's okay. Off the mark there. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. That one missed. Swing and a pop-up. Lindor. And there's 2 away. Next to hit for
Now
Arizona,
batting,
Geraldo
shortstop, Geraldo
Perdomo.
Perdomo.
1 for 3. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. That one ripped but foul. The 0-2 fouled off, and they'll do it again. Man on second, 2 down. This one smoked, could be trouble. Headed for the plate, and it gets by him. He'll score, and he'll pull into second with 2 gone.
He was all over that one.
Really good swing right there. You got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Now up next for Arizona, Corbin Carroll. To the right side, and that chance handled. They limit the damage here. D-backs with a run-scoring double. It's now 4-2. You're dialed into the show. Bottom of the 6th inning, and now the Mets DH, Starling Marte. There's a strike.
Well, these Mets looking to string together better at bats when they have runners on, but it just hasn't happened for them yet. There's a reason they include runners left on base in the box score. It matters a ton, and we're seeing the impact of that again today. They've had a lot of opportunities to score without much success.
Breaking ball inside, and the count 1-2. And that just misses.
Just missing off the plate there, according to the umpire. And out there on the mound, maybe trying to get an explanation. Can't say he's convinced, but it looks like he's accepted it.
Lined into right. Makes the grab on the run. And there's one down.
Wow, he looked like he was running before the ball was hit. Didn't have much time, as that was a hard hit liner, but a nice job of covering a lot of ground in a short amount of time.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Eduardo Rodriguez gives way. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher. Righty reliever out of the pen, Corbin Burns.
Coming on to face a righty here, and he's been fantastic against him this year. His numbers in those matchups are very good. That was just a great jump and route to the ball. Well, it had to be. If he was going to cover all that ground and bring in that sinking liner, that's the way it had to be done. Nice job.
Late swing fouled off. The Diamondbacks holding on to a 2-run lead here in the bottom of the 6th. Next pitch is downstairs. And strike 2.
Really good cutter that he's able to front door and back door. That pitch is devastating.
Cut on and missed. Curveball struck him out.
Well, I'd say he pretty much had to offer it that one. You don't want to leave it in the umpire's hands. Even though it ended up outside the zone, it still was close enough to where it looked like it could drop down right on that corner and get the call. Last thing you want to do is get punched out by the umpire, knowing you could have at least fouled the pitch off and kept the at-bat going.
Jeff McNeil stands in. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Swing and a miss. 0-2 now.
0-2.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Mets go down quickly. Still down by a count of 4-2.
Now pitching for
Welcome
the New
back.
York
We're in the
Mets.
7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound.
Number
Danny
81.
Young.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Randall Grichuk
Leading off
stands
for
in now for the
Arizona,
Diamondbacks.
The designated hitter, Randall Grichuk.
And that one fouled off. Young, a 6'3" lefty, 200 pounds. He joined the team as a free agent. Next one misses, and the count even 1-1. Back back up the... Oh, that got him. Gets it there in time, though, and they do get the out. The comebacker got him down low, and you can really see him favoring the leg. That's just plant leg, which might be a concern, Chris.
Yeah, you hope he's got some feeling in that leg so he can land on it, like you said. But from the way he's acting out there, I think it looks like he's going to be okay and try to continue, Boog.
Now the left fielder, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Check swing, and he went. Strike one.
0-1.
Base is empty, one away here in the top half of inning number 7. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count is 0-2. Ripped to third and caught.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. You hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
2 outs, base is empty. Now the third baseman, Eugenio Suarez. And that one clips the corner. And that's outside. And now it's even 1-1. Grounds one to short. Lindor to first. And Arizona is set down 1-2-3. Diamondbacks down quickly as they can't add to their 4-2 lead. Set for the last half of the 7th. Stepping in, Francisco Alvarez. The part about Burns' journey that's so interesting, former 4th-round pick out of St. Mary's, where he pitched alongside Tony Gonsolin. Next offering is in for a strike. But you go back and look at Corbin Burns in 2019. He threw 49 innings and had an 8.82 ERA. Pitch misses there, and that's ball 2. The main adjustment that Corbin Burns made was that he got rid of his 4-seam fastball and really leaned on the cutter. That is his signature pitch. And now today, he is a cutter sinker guy, and the 4-seamer really doesn't make much of an appearance. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. I mean, you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
Tyrone Taylor up now for the Mets. That's off the mark. Ball 1. The D-backs trying to protect a 2-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th. So 2 balls and no strikes. And another ball.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if he'll walk you.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Called strike right there.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
Well, that's a curveball that I'm sure he wants back at the plate. 2 strikes, the sort of pitch you're hoping for, a bit of a mistake, and I'd say in a very hittable location, but clearly the break was enough to get him to swing through it.
Winker now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. Next offering is fouled back. 2 out, space is empty. Gets under and pops it up. Gurriel handles the chance.
Now pitching.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Oscar Brazoban. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. Now at the plate, Gabriel Moreno.
Catcher, Gabriel Moreno.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Right side, and it goes just foul. Oh, that got away from him. And he's going to reach on a hit by pitch to lead off the inning. Next up for the Diamondbacks, Pavin Smith.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
Check swing of the first pitch. Look down to third. And Matthew Ross right on it, says he held up. That one close, ruled the ball. And the count now 2-0. Stirring in the bullpen for the Mets, Reed Garrett, the young right-hander, up and throwing. Moreno aboard here at first with nobody out.
Come on, New York. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Next offering is in for a strike. And that's down and away.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter. At this point in the ball game, you know that they don't want to walk you, so you're going to get a pitch to hit. You just better not miss it.
So now 3-2. And he can't come up with it. Still manages a throw over to McNeil. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
Well, that was clearly a double play ball, but the bobble unfortunately prevented him from being able to get 2. But a good job to stay with it and make sure you got at least 1.
Number 13 stands in now and watches strike 1.
And that's a great take right there. Even though it's a strike, with the situation, runner on first base, you want to keep the ball off the ground. And you swing at that pitch, most likely you roll into a double play.
Next offering is down low. And it's fouled away. swings and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, I'm not sure what he was waiting on right there. He got the changeup and still late on it. You rarely see that. It almost makes you think that he was trying to set the pitcher up. I mean, if you can't catch up to the off-speed stuff, there's no way you're going to touch a fastball.
And there's a foul ball. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Got him swinging. One left for the Diamondbacks, but they still lead this one 4-2. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Shelby Miller.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close.
Shelby Miller.
There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Leading off for the
So
Mets,
back to the top of the order. Digging in, Francisco Lindor. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport. There's a strike. The Diamondbacks with some movement in the pen. Justin Martinez up and throwing for manager Torey Lovullo. That's a slider for a strike.
Now, just a cement mixer slider right there. It's a great pitch to hit if you can recognize it early and jump on it.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
The shortstop takes the ball.
1-2.
Set down on strikes. Not sure about that call. Pitcher might have gotten a friendly strike 3.
Oh, you know that's got to be very frustrating for this guy. He knows the strike zone extremely well, and you know what? Good hitters are not going to compromise. He'll take that punch out, but ultimately stick with his plan and have more success than anything else.
And now it's Juan Soto. Misses off the plate, and that's ball 1. The Diamondbacks up by 2 near the bottom half of the 8th inning. Next pitch is outside. Just missed. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Gurriel going back. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Up next for the Mets, first baseman, Pete Alonso.
And the batter now, Pete Alonso. 0 for 3 in this one. There's a strike. And a swing and a miss there.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
And a breaking ball misses outside.
Looking very settled on the mound here in the 8th. One more out, and they'll probably hand it off to their closer for the 9th with at least a 2-run lead.
Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. Two down, nobody on, and delivers outside. That's too low. And it's 3-2.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
Outside, and that is ball 4. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
And a ground ball to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. No runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left. Through 8 full, it's the Diamondbacks 4 and the Mets 2. Almost ready to get underway, and on the hill, David Peterson.
Well, what quickly stands out to me for this guy is that he comes in with a 3-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio on the season. So when you consider consistency, the ability to get swings and misses, and to limit base runners, that's critical in winning games today, especially when teams are depending on the big swing, the home run, to win ball games.
All right, ready to go here, and the batter will be the shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo. Edge of the zone for a strike, and that's how this game gets started. The pitch. That one fouled off. And the 0-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Next pitch misses. 1-2 to count.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
Batting second, right fielder, Corbin Carroll.
This is Corbin Carroll.
That's the ball.
In the dirt. Peterson, in his 5th season, 29 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2017. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. Swing and a miss.
Well, as a hitter, you're hoping that the command on that sinker doesn't come until later in the ball game. But if that's how it's going to be all day, it's going to be a tough one for the offense.
That misses, and the count is 2-2. That's inside. Line drive, pulls it in for the out. Time to take a look at the Diamondbacks lineup. They do a lot of things well in this offense, Zingy. They control the strike zone. They make pitchers work hard for outs. And as a result, one of the better OBP teams in the league.
Well, what I love about it is it's an organizational philosophy. Whether you go to instructional league, whether you go to spring training, you see these guys even during batting practice when it doesn't matter. They're practicing that type of approach, Boog.
Runner takes off. And that one sliced foul. You know, you translate on base percentage, it's basically this. Teams that have a high on base percentage, they don't make outs at a very high rate. As my buddy Joe Sheehan says, OBP is life.
1-1.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
Well, Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
2-2.
In the dirt. Perdomo, the runner at first with one gone in the inning. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, even though he strikes out, he saw a lot of pitches and he battled. Plus, he gave the guys behind him an opportunity to see more from the pitcher. Not the result he wanted, but that's still a good at bat.
And it's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Right through there for a strike. Up the middle. Lindor on to first. They don't come much closer than that. Bang, bang play to end the inning. One left for Arizona. Now the Mets will step up for their first shot in a scoreless ball game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back here in Queens. And today on the hill, Eduardo Rodriguez. Chris, he's got the ability to take control of a game when he's out there.
Well, incredible mound presence, and he's going to attack hitters. You look at that strikeout per 9 ratio over 10 coming into this start. So he's a pitcher that wants the ball. He's aggressive. He knows that he can get the swing and miss, especially when he needs it most. We'll see how effective he is in this one.
Gurriel has it sized up. Hauls it in, and there's one away. Let's take a peek at the Mets lineup here. This group was shut out their last game, so we're going to see if they can bounce back with a better effort here today.
And Boog, it can get in your head a little bit when you get shut out. You're frustrated. You're seeing that consecutive streak of innings you haven't scored, and you want to get off to a great start, score early, because if you don't, you feel like it could linger into 2 consecutive games, which no one wants to be a part of.
Smoked on the ground to second. Whips it to Smith. They get the out on Soto.
Batting third, first baseman, Pete Alonso.
2 down, bases empty. Here's Pete Alonso. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Swing and a miss as he was late.
Well, you got to be careful with this guy. 2 outs, nobody on. He's looking to drive the ball really far. So if you can't get him to chase your pitch, you might just pitch around him a little bit and deal with the.
Oh, this one high and deep. Way back there. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. Scoreless after 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top of the second. Now it's going to be Eugenio Suarez.
Come on, New York.
Peterson back to work. Outside corner, there's a strike.
First pitch strike right there for him. He's going to have to do that consistently if he's going to give any length to his skipper.
Not close with that one, and it's a ball and a strike. Assigned to home plate duty is Ricky Holiday.
Boog, and something I've heard players saying about Ricky's strike zone is how he will call the high strike. That could be something that's tough to deal with, especially if you've got a pitcher out there coming at you with high velocity.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Tied him up on a fastball inside.
Beat him inside on that last pitch, and when you look back at the pitch sequence on that strikeout, it's pretty interesting. Away, in, away, and then back in again. Really commanded both sides of the plate right there, and that makes it pretty tough to get comfortable in the box.
Gabriel Moreno will hit next. Swing and a foul. Pushed off to the right, and that will get out of play. second inning here. No score. And that one is in the dirt. And that's ball one.
Ball two.
Next offering is fouled back. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
I'm not sure that was the exact location the pitcher wanted, but it worked. He got the swing and miss, and I'm sure a bit of sigh of relief after seeing that one go through the zone.
Next to hit, Peyton Smith. There's a strike. Next offering is in for a strike.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first two pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
1 ball.
They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. 2 outs, base is empty.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
Gets a piece and stays alive.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Breaking ball misses down and away.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Broken bat, and it's popped up. Brings it in for the 3rd out. So 1, 2, 3 go the Diamondbacks. We'll go to the bottom of the 2nd. No score. Back here at Citi Field, leading off, Starling Marte.
Starling Marte.
Late with the swing there.
I think he was sitting off speed
No ball.
there.
1 strike.
Swings through that one out in front that
0-2.
time.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
And that's their first base runner of the game.
Leading off for the
And now it's Mark Vientos.
Mark Vientos.
Swings over the top of that one.
Well, the hitter shows the pitcher that he's willing to go after that pitch down in the zone. So perhaps he'll come back to it. Still try to get that ground ball double play.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. And that'll fall for a base hit. Lead runner holds up. They're at 1st and 2nd with nobody out.
Pitch was in and off the plate. It's so hard to do anything with the pitch in that location, but somehow he got the barrel to it and hit it well. Pretty amazing. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
And now here's Jeff McNeil, taking his first at bat of the game after entering on defense. Swing and a foul out of play. That one a little bit high, and 1-1.
I think he wanted that call in the upper part of the zone, but just didn't get it. Now he's just trying to get a better feel for how much it missed so he can adjust his sights just a little bit.
The 1-1. And fouled off.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. And now Francisco Alvarez. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Two on, one out. Fought off foul. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And a foul ball. He stays alive. One out. Runners at first and second. Misses off the plate. And that is ball one. And a good eye there.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Makes the catch for the second out. So 2 down now, and here is Tyrone Taylor. And that's in for a strike.
No ball.
Marte, the lead runner, out at second. Vientos at first. 2 out of the inning. That one the other way. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. 2 left for the Mets. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. New inning getting started. And now the rookie second baseman, number 13. Clips the corner. It's 0-1.
That's excellent location on the fastball right there early in this game. If he can do that all game, should be a good outing for him.
Swing and a ball line to center. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
So digging in, Alec Thomas. And that drops in for a strike. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Winker sizes this one up. He's there. He's got it. And there's one away.
Now batting, shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo.
So up next, Geraldo Perdomo. He's 1 for 1. Led off the game with a single. Headed towards the corner. And that's a fair ball. The throw in, not in time. He's safe.
Now batting, right fielder, Corbin Carroll.
Runners at the corners here, 1 away. Now the number 2 hitter, Corbin Carroll. That's in there. That's strike 1. Runners at the corners, 1 away. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Right through there for a strike.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
Popped up. Lindor gets under it. And there's 2 down.
Now batting, designated hitter, Randall Grichuk.
Randall Grichuk stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Struck out swinging his first time. Yeah, that's fouled off. Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. Diamondbacks strand a pair, still no score. Bottom of the inning,
Leading
and stepping in for New York, Jesse Winker.
Jesse Winker.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Inside corner, and that's called a strike.
I understand you want to try to gauge that guy's fastball, but you also have to be aggressive and ready to hit in your zone. Now you're in a tough spot.
Swing and a miss. Slider got him for strike 3.
Pretty much textbook pitching for the 3-pitch K right there. Jumped ahead 0-2 on 2 pitches he didn't want to go after at the plate. Then, knowing he's going to be a little more aggressive, trying to protect, he expands just out of the zone where he couldn't do anything with it. He gets the strikeout and keeps the pitches thrown to a minimum. Very nice.
Here's Francisco Lindor. Fouled off left side. Still tied at 0, last of the 3rd. This one in the air, right field. Carroll makes the grab, 2 down.
Now batting, right fielder.
Here's Juan Soto. Rolled out to second in his first at bat. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. And makes the play, and that's out number 3. On to the 4th, still scoreless. Start of the 4th, and now it's going to be Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Top of the zone for a called strike.
You know, these D-backs, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Here's the third baseman, Eugenio Suarez. Scoreless here, but now he's got to deal with a guy who's got some power. Got to be careful when you're talking about a hitter with this type of slug and these type of home run totals. Gurriel on at first, nobody out.
When you're taking your lead over there at first, you got to be very careful. This guy on the mound's got a good pickoff move.
And the next pitch is way outside. Right through there for a strike. Turned on, but foul wide of third. Two down. That's a little bit low.
Well, in this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Boo.
Gabriel Moreno in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, I want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field knock.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
That could jumpstart an offense that's really struggled to score in this one. Don't want to wake a team up with the free pass.
First and second, no outs. Gabriel Moreno, the next to hit. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Check swing. Went around. Strike one.
Strike.
Ball 1 there.
Way to lay off that pitch
One
down.
ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a ground ball towards first, but foul. 4th inning underway, no score. Good job to fight that one off. On the ground to the left. And it's just foul. That was close.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Hit on the ground might be 2. Off balance feed. There's 1. And that's all they'll get.
So he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Pavin Smith getting ready to hit. 0 for 1 with a flyout.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boo. This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
That's off the inside corner. 2-1.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. On the ground, right side. Dives, and he can't hang on. And they strike first as they take a 1-0 lead.
Oh, that's a frustrating way to fall behind in this one as the infield single drives in the run. And sometimes all you have to do is put the ball in play, and you give your teammate a chance to hurry home.
Here's the second baseman. And there's the strike. That misses. 1-1. Movement in the bullpen. Kodai Senga up and loosening in the pen. Young warming up as well. Runners at first and second with 1 gone. Top half of inning number 4. The next pitch misses, and a count 2-1.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Pitch kicks away from Alvarez. And the runners will move up.
Well, that could end up being pretty costly right there. They had the double play set up as a way to get out of the inning, but instead it becomes a big strikeout situation with 2 in scoring position.
2 on, 1 out. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. To kick the 3-2. Stays alive.
5 foul balls in this at bat so far, and these two are going head to head. You can see the crowd. They're starting to get into it a little bit more and more each pitch, even though there hasn't been a ball in play yet. Oh, looking for a swing and miss right there, or for the ump to help him out and make a call with that last pitch, but neither happened. Close pitch, but a good take to earn that walk.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. David Peterson won't go any further tonight, and not his finest start. Never really looked comfortable out there. We'll have a new pitcher on the mound when we get back. On the mound now, Clay Holmes.
Well, no margin for error in terms of throwing strikes with the bases loaded. Just has to execute one pitch at a time to try to get out of this.
So bases loaded with 1 away. And now the center fielder, Alec Thomas. Golden opportunity right here. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Taylor pulls it in on the run. Applies the tag, and they get 2. Double play. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand.
Always exciting to see a play at the plate. Trying to score with 2 outs, but the tag just gets him in time, and they cut down the run to end the inning.
And we're back. Here's some real power at the plate. Pete Alonso. On the ground to third, but it kicks foul.
Well, Boog, it didn't take very long for Alonso to set the home run record here at Citi Field. He passed Lucas Duda for the top spot in June of 2023.
Pulls the string with the changeup, struck him out.
Oh, there's a 3-pitch strikeout. He can do whatever he wants with the baseball right now.
Up next for the Mets, designated hitter, Starling Marte.
Here's Starling Marte. First pitch just misses. Marte goes 6'1", 36 years old. He's usually in right field, but today he's getting the DH treatment. 1 out, bases empty. And another ball.
Well, a nice day off for him, not having to jog out to the outfield. Gets to be in the DH spot. Be curious to see how he keeps himself in a rhythm, not playing defense.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air right field. He just missed it. Carroll makes the grab. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, third baseman, Mark.
So digging in, Mark Vientos. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And that one hammered. Gurriel drop step going back. On the warning track and hauls it in. Back here in Queens, we go to the top of the 5th, and now the shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo. That's in there. That's strike 1.
Well, these Diamondbacks, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. We've already seen 8 line drives from them, and it's always a good sign when the ball is jumping off your bat. And that's what this offense has been doing so far today.
That one misses. Going to count 1 and 2. The shortstop takes the ball. Line to left, and that's down, a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it was harder than it
Now
needed to
batting,
be thanks to the
right
bad
fielder,
jump. Those
Corbin
small
Carroll.
moments can be costly.
Now it's the right fielder, Corbin Carroll. 0 for 2 in this one. That's a ball, went with the sweeper. Runner at first with no outs here.
Pretty good pitch to take a pass at in a 1-0 count. Just not able to square it up.
The 1-1 is fouled off. In the air, left field, down the line, and it's out of play, a foul ball. Hit in the air, left field. Winker makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Randall Grichuk.
Randall Grichuk stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Swinging a foul straight back. That's off the mark, and the count even 1-1. Man at first, one away. In the dirt, blocked. That's out to center field. Out number 2.
Now batting, left fielder, Lourdes Gurriel Jr.
Here's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. 1 for 2. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
0-1.
Swing and a miss. 0-2.
0-2.
Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Slider got him for strike 3. So one hit is all they get. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Diamondbacks 1 and the Mets nothing. And welcome back to the
Leading
ballpark.
off for the
John
Mets,
Shelby with my
second
buddy Chris
baseman,
Singleton. It's set to get us started. Bottom 5,
McNeil.
Jeff McNeil. Rodriguez back to work. And
That's the
misses
ball.
inside.
1 ball, no strike.
On the ground right side. And that one handled. Off balance throw in time. And that's the first out in the bottom of the 5th.
Now batting, catcher, Francisco Alvarez.
Francisco Alvarez up now for the Mets. He's 0 for 1. Inside corner for a strike. 0-1.
Oh, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
The Mets trailing by a run. Last half of inning number 5. The 0-2. And ball 1. To the right side. He'll do it himself. Home half of the 5th inning, moving along. 2 quick outs.
Now batting, center fielder, Tyrone
Taylor up now for the Mets. 0 for 1 so far. And there's the strike.
He's been very consistent with his command out there on the mound, consistently throwing at the knees. Pretty impressive when a guy can repeat his delivery like this.
A little bit low. Just missed.
That's the ball. 2-1.
Next pitch is outside.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Swing and a line drive, and that one's a base hit out into left center field. The throw into second, and now the tying run is into scoring position.
You got to get on your horse and get to that ball and get it back in, because he's going to come barreling around first and put some pressure on you. If you bobble it or you don't get there in a hurry, it's going to make you look silly and end up on second base.
So runner at second, 2 down. Here's Jesse Winker.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
That clips the corner.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit is probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. Man at second. Up and in, and the count is 1-2. Got him looking. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job getting out of the jam.
Back here at Citi Field, top of the 6th inning. And here is Eugenio Suarez. Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play. That one hammered, but pulled foul.
It's so hard to slow yourself down when you see that juicy breaking ball, but the most success happens when you try to take that right back up the middle approach.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Out towards right center field, Soto. He makes the grab, and there's one away.
Now batting, catcher Gabriel
At the plate, Gabriel Moreno. That one finds the zone. 0-1.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
And that misses off the outside edge.
Love it here at Citi Field. You know, it replaced Old Shea Stadium back in 2009, and Chipper Jones was really sad to see it go. It's actually the third home of the Mets since they started out at the Polo Grounds for 2 seasons before Shea was finished.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. And downstairs.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
The other way, and foul ball. That one missing inside. Outside, and that is ball 4. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at bat.
It's not easy laying off that pitch. It's designed to fool you, but he just wasn't fooled at all.
So a man at first, and now the first baseman, Pavin Smith.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
That missed by a lot. Ball 1.
Maybe losing command a little bit after the walk. Next pitch, not even close.
Slides, but it gets by him. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only 1 away.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one.
Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
2 on, 1 out. Now it's the second baseman. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1. Moreno, the lead runner at second. Smith over at first with 1 away. This one in the dirt. Runners stay where they are. That's ball 1. That one the other way. They get 1.
Now batting, the center fielder, Alec Thomas.
Alec Thomas digs in now. And that is out of play. Second and third, 2 down. And that one got a piece of him.
That hit him. Take your base.
Geraldo Perdomo
batting,
stands in now for the
Geraldo
Diamondbacks.
Perdomo.
3 for 3 with 3 singles. Just missed.
That's the ball.
Two outs. And another ball.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in a run. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
Good hitters count the 2-0.
Ball. 3-0.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if he'll walk you.
That clips the inside corner for a strike.
Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a teaser just off the edge of the plate.
3-2.
That ball is foul, and the pressure is building. Ball four, and a run comes in to score.
He's really gotten himself into a mess out there and now forces home a run with the walk. This inning's definitely getting away from him.
Corbin Carroll now at the plate. Yeah, don't need much damage here, just a base hit. Likely will score two. That's in for a strike.
There it was, a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
Check swing, no appeal.
Oh, he's so good about trying to drive the ball to the opposite field gap in these situations. If he takes that approach, he could bust this game wide open.
Base hit, one run in already. Throw comes into third. And he'll make it to second base with two gone.
Everything came together for him. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
And here comes the Mets manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Clay Holmes won't go any further, and he's on the hook for the runners at second and third, so looking for some help there. Back in a minute.
Now pitching for the
Kodai
New York
Senga
Mets.
comes on now.
And this is a really
34.
tough spot to come into as he tries to keep this one close. You almost have to forget about the runners in scoring position. They're not going anywhere. Focus on the hitter, getting that one out your team needs from you.
Yeah, the batter now, Randall Grichuk. 0 for 3 in this one. Swings through that one.
0-1.
Off the mark there, and the count is 1-1. 2 on, 2 outs. Fastball is outside. Two on, 2 outs.
That's the ball.
Get ready for some action here. Good RBI guy at the plate, runners in scoring position, and a hitter's count.
Lourdes Gurriel Jr. waiting to hit for the D-backs. Ground ball left side. Vientos whips it to first. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. 3 runs, 2 hits, 1 error, but 2 are left stranded. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Diamondbacks 4 and the Mets nothing. And we're back. Bottom of the 6th. Here's the Mets leadoff man, Francisco Lindor. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Hauls it in, and there's 1 away. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list.
Soto.
So up next, Juan Soto.
He's controlling things out there on the mound, not messing around at all. He's been in attack mode since the very start.
Close one, doesn't get the call. 1-0. The Mets down by 4 here in the bottom of the 6th. Swung on, belted. Deep. That one went back there. That one's going to land not so much here, but here. And they're chipping away. It's 4-1.
That home run narrows the gap between these two. This one isn't over yet. Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
So 1 out, nobody on. And next for the Mets, Pete Alonso. And a swing and a miss.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Next offering is fouled back. See ya! Strikes him out for the 2nd time today.
Now batting.
2 outs, base is empty. Starling Marte up to hit. He's 0 for 1. That one finds the zone, and that is strike 1.
When a guy's throwing a lot of first pitch strikes as a hitter, you got to be ready to hit. Now, that's not going to help you get deep into his pitch count and into the bullpen, but you got to take what he's offering that day.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Line drive. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that'll do it. 1 scores in the inning, coming on this solo home run. It's now 4-1. Back after this on the show. Back here in Queens, top of inning number 7. Now here's the cleanup hitter for Arizona, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. That pitch clips the outside corner, and it's 0-1. Action in the Mets bullpen. Huascar Brazoban appears to be getting loose. Here's the 0-1. That one ripped. And a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Right there, does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
So digging in, Eugenio Suarez. And a foul ball. Senga, 6'1" righty, 32 years old, and he was born in Japan. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
And a swing and a miss. And there's 1 down.
Well, that pitch wasn't even close to being a strike, and that just goes to show you how defensive hitters can become when they're up against an 0-2 count. You're just hoping for a mistake somewhere near the zone that you can get the bat to, but right there, he was clearly anxious. He was swinging when the ball left the hand.
Next to hit for Arizona, Gabriel Moreno. That one's upstairs, ball 1. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Flips it from the ground. That's 1. And he'll eat it and be happy with the out.
Well, that ball off the bat ticketed for the outfield and a base hit for the hitter, but just taken away by the diving stop. Nice job.
Pavin Smith stands in now for the Diamondbacks. That clips the corner. Next offering is downstairs. Moreno off of first with 2 away. Outside with a breaking ball.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with
Now
2
batting,
away.
number 13.
Here's the second baseman. Right through there for a strike. And that one is inside ball 1. First and second, 2 down. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Just missed. Hit on the ground to short. Lindor. They take the force out, and that will end the inning. 2 left on. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Diamondbacks 4 and the Mets 1. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now the third baseman, Mark Vientos. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup. Activity in the Arizona bullpen. Shelby Miller up and throwing for manager Torey Lovullo. Thompson getting loose as well. Next offering is fouled back. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
It's almost like he's telling the guys in the bullpen, stand down, I got this.
Now batting,
Jeff McNeil stands
second
in.
baseman, Jeff
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he
McNeil.
can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
And that one fouled off.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low, throwing the ball very well right now.
That's a ball.
Just off the inside edge. The Mets trailing by 3 here at the bottom of the 7th. The 1-1 is fouled off. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a slider, and there's 2 gone.
That's a really great job of sequencing. Pitch before, good
Now
fastball
batting,
through the
catcher,
zone, and as a hitter, you got to be ready to get on that with 2
Alvarez.
strikes. He breaks it off. Good slider to the outside corner of the plate. Tell you what, that was a really good pitch.
Francisco Alvarez up now for the Mets. Inside. Ball 1. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Carroll moving under it. Jumps at the wall, and he brings it back.
Well, that one had extra bases written all over it. Not today, he said. Left his feet up in the air. Just a beautiful catch to end the inning.
Now pitching for
Welcome
the New
back,
York
and a new
Mets.
arm on the mound to start the 8th.
Number
Danny
81.
Young. He's been so good against lefties.
Young.
So digging in,
Leading off
Alec
for
Thomas.
Arizona, center fielder Alec Thomas.
And that one fouled off. That one catches the zone, and it's 0-2. And that's outside.
1 ball. 2 straight.
Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Just misses with that one.
Caught a break right there. Pretty good pitch on the outside corner.
Ground ball right side. He steps on the bag. First out in the top of the 8th. Geraldo Perdomo, the next to hit. He swings and fouls one off. On the ground to third. Whips it across. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th. Corbin Carroll stands in now for the Diamondbacks.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. Strike 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Outside low. 2-1. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top of the 8th. And that one almost hit him. Two outs. And there's a hit.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Randall
So now
Grichuk.
the DH spot, Randall Grichuk. Swings through that one. 0-1.
This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
Runner on the go. Pitch kicks away from Alvarez. And now a man into scoring position. Out to short. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
Now batting, left fielder, Lourdes Gurriel Jr.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. First
One
offering
ball,
misses
no strike.
badly for ball 1. Inside, just missed.
When the skipper calls down to the bullpen, he's expecting the guy to come in and get outs. So far, not getting what he was hoping for.
In for a strike and a count 2-1. Liner, base hit. Runner in from third to extend their lead. It's an RBI single, and they're up by 4.
Just so sound in his mechanics.
Up
Hits
next
against
for
a
the
firm
Diamondbacks,
front side,
third baseman,
and the hands just continue to
Suarez.
carry through the middle of the field.
First and second, 2 outs. Now here is Eugenio Suarez.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
That one not close. And that's ball 1.
Well, he's just given up 3 straight hits, and now behind in this count to this hitter. Might be a good time for somebody to call a timeout. Maybe the pitching coach go out there and talk to him just a little bit.
2 on, 2 outs. Hit pretty well in the air out to center. Brings it in, and that is that. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now 5-1. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Corbin Burns.
For Arizona.
And as relievers go, he's
Number
not a big
39.
strikeout guy. He tries to force
Corbin
weak contact,
Burns.
so command and execution are huge for him.
Tyrone
Leading off
Taylor
for the
getting
Mets,
ready to hit.
center fielder,
The Mets in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Taylor.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at-bat out of him right here.
And that is downstairs.
1 ball,
And it's
no
1-0. Activity in the bullpen. Scott McGuff up and throwing for manager Torey Lovello. And the 1-0. And a big swing and a miss.
1-1.
That one hammered left field. That's back there. Gone! Big Dog's gotta eat. That'll fire up the dugout. His first homer of the year, and they cut into the deficit. It's 5-2. Chris, we knew this moment was coming for him soon.
Yep, and it finally came. We knew it was only a matter of time before he was going to connect with one just like that. Just too good of a hitter at the plate. Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
Here's the left fielder, Jesse Winker, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
Next offering is in for a strike. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Winker checks his swing. Appeal down to third. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout.
Well, that at bat seemed to be over
Now
as soon as it started.
shortstop,
3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there. At least to foul
Lindor.
something off, extend that at bat.
And now it's Frankie Lindor. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. And a curveball is just outside.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have a range and close holes that are normally there against an average defender. But this guy is special, and you can see it in his first step quickness.
And that skips into there.
Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting-wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
In there at the knees, and the count's full.
When you look at the ability to save runs defensively, but then also put runs up on the scoreboard, that's the kind of player that every championship team needs to have.
And that one is inside, and it's ball 4.
Up next for the Mets.
Runner on at first with one gone. So up next for New York, Juan Soto. He's already homered here in this one. And that's downstairs. And that's ball one.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
Fouled off. He was late. Late swing, foul to the left. Next pitch is inside, and a count now even up. Lindor over at first with one away. Got him looking, and there's two down.
Tremendous job of bringing that ball back over the plate. He gets just enough of it to get the call. And tell you what, as a hitter, it starts out of the zone. It looks really far away, and for it to catch the outside corner, you just have to tip your cap to the pitcher.
And here's the first baseman, Pete Alonso. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. And the pitch is outside, ball one. The 1-0. Ripped on a line to center. And that is that. The Mets do pick up a run on this solo blast. It's now 5-2. It's Major League Baseball on the show.
Now pitching for
We're
the
back.
Mets.
It's the top of the ninth. And
Number
there's a new
43.
pitcher on the mound, Huascar Brazoban.
He's thrown the ball very well overall this season. He's been really tough to get to. You see that ERA, and that's where you love to be.
Now the D-backs
Leading off for the
catcher,
Diamondbacks.
Gabriel Moreno.
Catcher, Gabriel Moreno.
First pitch misses.
1-0.
That one is absolutely belted. And an automatic double as it hops the fence.
Well, that's how you
Up next
respond.
for the Diamondbacks.
Leadoff man comes
First
up, gets
baseman,
into scoring
Steven
position.
Smith.
Now, there are several ways that they can get this run across.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Pavin Smith digs in now. Misses outside, and that
One
is
ball,
ball
no
one.
strike.
Man at second. That one pushed to the left and foul. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
1-2.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. In time. And a drop third strike leads to the first out. No advance. Good job behind the dish.
Now
He came
batting,
out of his
number
mechanics there.
13.
Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time, a little anxious.
Now it's the second baseman. And the first pitch misses for ball
1-0.
one. Just
That's the
off
ball.
the inside edge. Runner at second here, one gone. Pitch misses inside, and that's ball 3.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
That just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
First and second, 1 out. Thomas will hit next. And there's a strike.
Well, in this situation with runners on, you've got to get ahead in the count so that you can dictate the rest of the at-bat. Nice job right there.
Line drive, caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
So 2 down now, and here is Geraldo Perdomo. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
1 ball, no strike.
Two outs. Foul ball there. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
1 ball, 2 strike.
Now into the ball game on defense, Jeff McNeil. He'll play second. Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo.
Jeff McNeil.
Gets the call, and we're underway from Queens. The wind and the pitch. Base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Batting second, right fielder.
I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
This is Corbin Carroll. First pitch misses. Peterson, in his 5th season, he features a sinker, a 4-seamer, a slider, a changeup, and he occasionally uses a curve. And that's downstairs and outside.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity, try to get a rollover, something on the ground, stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. Nobody out, runner at first. Fouls one off, 2-2. High fly ball out towards left center. Winker should have it. Makes the catch. And there's one down.
Batting third, the designated hitter.
Take a look at the lineup. And one of the most exciting young stars in the sport, Gabriel Moreno.
And Boog, he was a force over the last month. An OPS over 1,000. Man, just really dialed in at the plate right now. So capable of doing major damage every time he steps in the box. Tell you what, I always enjoy watching this guy do his thing.
Randall Grichuk now. And a foul ball. The 0-1 swings through that.
Good late movement on that sinker right there. It's right where you want to get it to get that swing over the top.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Here's Gurriel. And there's a ball. Two outs. And that's in for a strike. And it's 1-1. That one way inside.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Spoils the two-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. And now first and second with two outs.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Eugenio Suarez up to the plate now.
I'm liking the power he's shown recently. 4 homers so far in this series.
Inside corner for a strike.
No ball. 1 strike.
Perdomo on second. Gurriel on at first with 2 down. Now a fly ball to right center. Soto going after it. And that is that. Diamondbacks strand a pair. Now the Mets offense will go to work for the first time. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Back here with my pal Singy. Now the starting pitcher in this one, Eduardo Rodriguez. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
Well, he's been a very dependable starter for his club, and what stands out for me is that left-handed hitters have really struggled batting below 200 against him, and it just tells me they have a hard time tracking the baseball. Maybe it's the release point, maybe it's the motion, but just some way, somehow, they've got to figure out a way to pick it up and try to have some success from the left side.
And a quick out, number 1. Here's a Mets lineup now. It features one of the sport's true superstars, Francisco Lindor.
Oh, man, Boog, I can't think of a whole lot of guys who like playing at home as much as this guy does. I'm not sure what it is, but batting over 400 at home means the fans here, they're used to seeing him succeed, and they expect him to deliver. Should see some very comfortable at-bats from him in this one.
This one ripped, but foul to the right. One out, base is empty. Just missed. And it's fouled away.
Well, you put good velocity in the head of the hitter. He's got to get it ready early and then change speeds. Keep him off balance. That's the goal.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
The next offering misses. 2-2.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
Whips it to Smith. 2 up, 2 down.
Good outside run to that same side hitter right there. Very difficult to put that ball in the air or get through it. Just bores in on the hands.
2 down, base is empty. And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. And first offering is fouled off. Two outs, base is empty. And they'll do it again. Next one just misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Two down, nobody on. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Down in order go the Mets. Scoreless after 1. Second inning
Leading
set
off
to
for
go.
Arizona,
Now the D-backs catcher, Gabriel Moreno. Peterson back to work. Yeah, the pitch is in for a strike. 0-1.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond. Just a tough pitch to hit, and not an easy one to throw either.
Pavin Smith stands in now for the Diamondbacks. And that's off the inside edge. Ball 1. No score here in the second. Darryl Parker assigned to umpiring duty behind home plate.
And Boog, with DP, it's sort of a coin flip on those borderline corner pitches. Doesn't really favor one side of the plate more than the other. Sometimes you'll get a little extra to the plate, and sometimes you won't. It does seem like he evens it out over the course of a game, though.
3-0.
Let's see if he gives them anything to hit here. In there at the knees. Singy, what kind of strike zone is most frustrating for hitters?
I'd say off the plate, away, and down. And why?
And that's a fair ball. Makes the turn and heads for second. And that's a double.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come
Batting
into the zone,
eighth,
and then
second
guys have a
baseman,
better
number
chance of hitting the ball
13.
hard like he did right there.
And now the rookie second baseman. Clips the corner. It's 0-1. One out and a runner at second here at the top of the second. Just missed. There's a swing and a drive. That one back there. And it is out of here. Home run number 5 on the season, and that gives them a lead. It's 2-0.
Really great job of anticipation there. He knows he throws the sinker. That one down in the zone. You're trying to beat it to the spot it's getting to. Well, he won.
Alec Thomas now. Center field, Taylor. Puts it away for the out. 2 down.
Now batting, shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo.
So the batting order turns over. Now it's the shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo. He's 1 for 1, led off the game with a single. First pitch just misses. Fought off foul. Swing and a ground ball. Vientos on to first, and that is that. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. It's now a 2-0 ball game. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back here at Citi Field, bottom of the second. Now, Starling Marte.
Starling Marte.
Right through there for a strike.
Well, the key to his success is getting ahead early in the count. He cannot afford to go deep in the counts. Doesn't have a ton of swing and miss stuff, so he's going to have to work efficiently.
Got him swinging. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Away, away, away. And clearly that was the plan right there. He just wasn't able to put it in play. And that should tell you something as a hitter. Sometimes you're a little too conscious of the inside pitch, and you're not able to cover that outside part of the plate. So clearly some adjustments to be made next time.
And now, Mark Vientos. That one's in there, 0-1. Up the middle. Jump throw. Nicely done for the out.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
Second baseman, Jeff McNeil.
2 outs, base is empty. Jeff McNeil stands in. Fastball in for a strike. 0-1. Next offering misses down and away.
1 ball, 1 strike.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. That to right. Carroll snags it on the run. So they make short work of him there. We played 2 full. It's the Diamondbacks 2 and the Mets nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the right fielder, Corbin Carroll. And that's a little bit high. And that's ball 1. That's through there for a strike. That one fouled off.
That's the ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Pitch in the dirt, and it's a full count.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Battling here as he fouls it away. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Pretty good pitch on 3-2, right around the knees, but just no help from the umpire.
Now batting, the designated
Randall Grichuk
hitter,
now at the
Randall
plate.
Grichuk.
His first at bat was a strikeout.
He might want to steal second in this spot, but he's dealing with a catcher that has one of the best pop times in the game. He needs to pick his spot very wisely.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Runner at first with no outs here. And there's a foul ball.
This guy at the dish excels in 2-strike counts. Got to be careful with him out there on the mound.
And that is a good eye on a pitch down low. Now 1-2. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. Back there. Gone straight into the visitors' bullpen. He flexes his power with that swing, and they add to the lead. It's 4-0.
Already playing with the lead, and now they're celebrating a home run. They're having a great time out there. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
Gurriel takes a ball as he stands in for the second time.
Can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
Pitch misses. Now 2-0. Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Next pitch is downstairs.
3-0.
Ball 4, tried another curve but couldn't locate it.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire
Now
at bat.
third baseman,
Eugenio Suarez up to hit now. Flied to right his first time. Foul ball. And that one missing inside, a sharp slider. Stirring in the bullpen for the Mets, Clay Holmes, the right-handed sinker baller. He looks to be readying himself. Gurriel gets his lead at first. Nobody out.
Nope. Ball 2.
And a swing and a miss. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. This one lifted in the air, left field, and that'll get down for a hit. And now 2 aboard.
A late jump, and
Now
I think
that
that
is
was the difference on the
catcher,
play, Boo.
Gabriel
It's not always
Moreno.
easy seeing the ball off the bat. Something to improve.
First and second, no outs. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Gabriel Moreno. Right through there for a strike. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. Slice to right. And that's down. A base hit. Here's the throw to the plate. It's off the mark, and he scores. It's 5-0.
Couple of singles back to back. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. David Peterson out of the game, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this.
Now pitching for the
New
New York
pitcher on
Mets.
here, Clay Holmes.
Number 35.
And he's done a great job keeping the ball in the park this year. The numbers stack up with some of the best in the game.
And now the first baseman, Pavin Smith. 1 for 1 with a double and a run scored. Just missed.
1-0.
Next offering is fouled back. The 1-1. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. got him swinging. Here's the second baseman. He's already homered in this game. Not close with that one. Ball one. Just missed.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Two on, one out. Pitch is in there. That's strike one. There's the swing and a miss.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing play.
Strike three, and that's two in a row.
Just indecisive in that at bat. He couldn't commit to the slider. Tried to sit in between. Just not able to put the bat on the ball.
Alec Thomas stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. Just off the outside edge. That one finds the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. That's down and in. Tap dances out of the way of that one. Corners are occupied with 2 down. On the ground, right side to second. There's Lindor. They limit the damage here. So they get 3 runs on 3 hits, including the home run. No errors, but 2 are left stranded. We head down to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Diamondbacks 5 and the Mets nothing. As we go to the last of the 3rd. Here's the catcher for the Mets, Francisco Alvarez. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And a foul ball. This one high in the air to left center. Gurriel has it sized up. Makes the catch for the out.
Batting 8th, center fielder
Tyrone Taylor up now for the Mets.
Taylor.
Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. Now this is in the air down the line. Carroll on his way over, pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And a couple of quick outs.
Fielder, Jesse.
Here's Jesse Winker.
And I would say that most great defensive outfielders, it's kind of natural. There is some work that you can do to it to improve your game, but ultimately you either have it or you don't.
Just missed.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial Gold Glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
1 strike.
Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play a ton of baseball as a kid. Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout. 9 straight retired here to start the game. It's the Diamondbacks 5 and the Mets nothing. And we're back. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton and set to lead off the fourth, Geraldo Perdomo. There's the strike.
There it was. Oh, here it is. Hit it. He gets a take. Gets ahead in the count.
The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. Remember Mark Kotsay was a real good defensive outfielder. Good instincts, not great speed. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats.
Yeah, and I figured you would get Kotsay into this because you had a free dinner at his house the other night.
That is true. Can't glove it cleanly. Still finds a way to get off a throw, and they get him. The misplay made it a bit messy, but they cleaned things up for the out.
Right fielder, Corbin Carroll.
Now the number 2 hitter, Corbin Carroll. He's 0 for 1.
That's a ball.
Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. Just missed.
Whoa.
That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. He swings and fouls one off. Two. Got him. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Wow, that's a tough call for the hitter, but the pitcher will take that all day long. Not quite in the strike zone, but he found a spot that the umpire is going to, at least for now, allow him to get that call. So hitters are going to have to make an adjustment, but pitchers are going to learn from those things and really try to exploit them if they can.
2 down, base is empty. And next is the designated hitter, Randall Grichuk. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1. Grichuk measures 6 feet 2 inches, 33 years old, and he's usually in the outfield. Today, he's the DH.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
Gets a piece and stays alive. That one 95 to finish him off. Nothing doing for Arizona as they are unable to add to their 5-0 lead. Back here in Queens, here's the shortstop at the plate, Francisco Lindor. The shortstop takes the ball.
Well, these Mets just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
That's in there. And it's 2-1.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand. Showed some really nice patience in that at bat.
Now
Worked himself
batting,
into a
right
good
fielder.
count. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle.
Whoa.
Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Juan Soto now. And
No,
a slider
that's
misses
the ball.
down and away.
1 ball, no strike.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
Swing and a foul straight back. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strike.
Lindor gets his lead at first with nobody out. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Swings and misses. Struck him out.
Now batting.
Here's Pete Alonso.
First baseman,
He struck out
Pete
swinging in his first at bat.
Alonso.
And the pitch a little bit low. Ball 1.
1-0.
And
2-0.
another ball. Man at first, 1 away. On the ground right side. Dives, but it kicks off his glove.
You're out.
Flip to the pitcher is in time. He keeps his composure and they get the
Now
out.
batting.
This is what it's all about on that
Designated
right side of the
hitter,
diamond when you've got the first baseman involved and the pitcher as well. First baseman does a great job, knocks the ball down, gets away from him a little bit, doesn't panic. The pitcher's exactly where he's supposed to be. Nice feed and a nice play for the out.
Here's Starling Marte. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Line drive and foul ball. Swing and a pop-up. Foul at a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. Mets leave 1. Still looking at that 5-0 deficit. Ready now for the 5th inning. Now the left fielder, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Holmes back to work. That's in there, and it's 0-1.
You know, these D-backs really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in, so I'd say mission accomplished.
Taylor makes the grab, 1 away.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, third baseman.
So up next,
Eugenio
Eugenio Suarez. 1 for 2. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
0-1.
Now
1
one
ball,
miss.
1 strike.
The 1-1 is fouled off. swings and misses. It's a strikeout.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
Now
here's the catcher to hit, Gabriel Moreno. That misses the zone, and it's 1-0. 2 down, nobody on, and we're at the top of the 5th. And that is out of play. Swing and a foul, pushed off to the right, and that will get out of play. Two outs. Up the middle. Lindor. Not in time to get him, and the tapper turns into an infield single.
See, Boog, that right there, that's a perfect example of why he shouldn't be out there at that position. He clearly isn't comfortable. He doesn't look fluid. His footwork's all over the place, and just can't make that throw to beat the runner.
So 2 down. Pavin Smith stands in now for the Diamondbacks. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Moreno off of first with 2 away. And it's fouled away. The 1-1 is fouled off. And there's a ball. The 2-2 stays alive. Two now.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. And a foul ball. He stays alive. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Not what he wanted to do right there, Boog. That keeps this inning alive, puts a runner into scoring position, and a chance for this offense to add on to their lead.
First and second, 2 outs. Now it's the second baseman. On the ground, out to short. Safe at second.
He's in there.
So they're all loaded up. Now a chance for Alec Thomas. 0 for 2 in this one. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. So they're all loaded up with 2 outs. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Oh, no, that got him. And a run will score because of it.
Now batting.
So the lineup flips
Geraldo
over,
Perdomo.
and the batter will be the shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo. 1 for 3. That one's in there. 0-1.
Tough situation right here. So important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there.
Bases loaded. 2 down. That's outside. And the count even 1-1. That one pulled foul. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Misses off the inside, and that's ball 2.
2-2.
Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up. That one off the mark. Full count now. Outside corner, got him looking. So they get one, but end up leaving the bases loaded. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Diamondbacks 6 and the Mets nothing. We head to the bottom of the 5th. And now here is Mark Vientos.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that guy on the mound work to get you out.
The 2-0 is in for a strike.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. And when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
McNeil batting with one down, takes a strike.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
One down, base is empty. Ball one there. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. A little bit high, and it's 2-2. Now one missed.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
Up next for the Mets, catcher.
Man at first, and here's the catcher, Francisco Alvarez. On the ground, right side, 4, 6, 3, double play, and the inning is over. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. It's the Diamondbacks 6 and the Mets nothing. Back here at Citi Field. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Now it's the right fielder, Corbin Carroll. And a swing and a miss there. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Kodai Senga appears to be getting ready. And I'm sure he's feeling some nerves. This would be his major league debut. Young also throwing. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And he's up to 7 strikeouts. Randall Grichuk stands in now for the Diamondbacks. He's already homered here in this one. And that one is downstairs. And that is ball 1. Base is empty, 1 away. And we're the top half of the 6th. Next offering is in for a strike. And that one missing low. On the ground to the left, and that's just foul.
He hasn't gotten the result yet, but he's got to feel pretty confident. 3 foul balls in a row. He's right on this pitcher.
1 down, base is empty. That one just misses.
Excellent location right there. Flirted with the zone, tried to get in the chase.
Right side, hard hit. Gets it to first. 2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th.
Now batting, left fielder, Lourdes Gurriel Jr.
And it's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Clips the outside corner. Strike 1. And ball 1.
1-1.
Just off the inside edge. And misses inside.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
2 down, nobody on. Gurriel gets a piece. Hard ground ball, base knock. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
All over that one right there. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
And here comes the Mets manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Clay Holmes departs, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break.
Now pitching for the New
Taking
York
over
Mets.
on the mound for the Mets,
Number
Kodai Senga.
34.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
Two outs, runner at first. Eugenio Suarez stands in now for the Diamondbacks. That one finds the zone. That's strike one. Two outs. Swing and a foul out of play. Goes down swinging. Kodai Senga picks up the strikeout. Clean work out of the Mets bullpen there. 8-9-1 scheduled in the bottom of the sixth. It's the Diamondbacks 6 and the Mets nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. Well, we go bottom six. And stepping in for New York, Tyrone Taylor. In the air out to center. On the move. One away.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
Jesse Winker up now for the Mets. Struck out swinging his first time. And that's in for a strike. 0-1.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
And that's a little bit high. Just missed.
That's a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Fouled off left side.
Come on, New York.
That one drifts inside.
Careful.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2.
Pitcher having a pretty tough time getting that swing and miss. Third foul ball in a row.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. On the ground, and it goes just foul.
5 foul balls in a row. I have no idea what that feels like, but you got to love this battle. Just wondering who's going to blink first.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
No, that slider was way out of the zone, and for me, it just comes down to not seeing the pitch out of the hand, not tracking it into the zone, and then also being a little bit anxious, not confident in your 2-strike approach. And so when a guy's in that position, you get him to commit early, and a lot of times you get the swing and miss, as you did right there.
And that gets the top of the zone for a strike.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
The D-backs up big in this one here in the bottom of the 6th. And now 2-1. What a stop. Now a jump throw. In time. Got it.
Pure athleticism on that one. In the air, legs split a bit, and fires across the diamond. He's going to get a lot of high fives in the dugout.
Back back here in a blowout, which gives us a chance to talk about just about anything.
Bro, don't get me fired. Boo, growing up, who was your favorite big league mascot?
The Philly Fanatic, still the best
One
mascot.
ball, no
Is
strike.
there a reason?
Well, I love the Phillies, and I love Mike Schmidt. Michael Jack Schmidt, 548 home runs. He was my favorite.
1-1.
Well, some people say you and the Philly Fanatic kind of have some things in common.
We have a similar body type. It's true. Pop foul out of play off to the right. So my dad told me that he had a bunch of Mickey Mantle rookie cards and a whole bunch of valuable cards, and his mom tossed them because, what did she know? So I made my mom keep all my baseball cards, and I really don't have any that are valuable.
That's
And that story stunk by me. Anyway.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Now batting, first baseman.
And here is Pavin Smith. There's a strike, 95 of that
No
one.
ball, 1 strike.
Moreno aboard here at first with nobody out. That's inside. Rolled to short, possible 2 ball. Touches the bag for 1. Over to Alonso, double play.
Well, the shortstop makes the decision, commits to
Now
it,
batting,
touches
number
second himself,
13.
and then a strong throw across the diamond to get that second out. Really nice job.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the second baseman. That one fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7.
Well, 2 outs and a chance to put up a 0 on the scoreboard here, and that's not something that's come easy for this staff in this one.
Pitch
1-2.
misses, and the count 1-2. And there's a ball. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines.
Oh, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. Diamondbacks down quickly. They lead it, though, 6-0. Bottom of the 7th. Now here is Juan Soto. Pitch misses. Ball 1. Action in the pen down there. Corbin Burns getting ready to go. McGuff also getting ready. That one pushed to the left and foul. Foul ball there. Base hit center field. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Only 2 hits
Now
allowed so
batting,
far
first
tonight, Boog,
baseman,
so I don't think that one will disrupt his
Alonso.
momentum all that much. You know, he's really been on top of his game, commanding his pitches all night long.
Man at first, nobody out. Pete Alonso getting ready to hit. Gets the call. It's 0-1.
Usually when a pitcher's had a dominant outing, he has filled up the strike zone and he's gotten ahead in the count with first pitch strikes. Well, that's exactly what this guy has done in this one. Over 70% first pitch strikes.
The Mets with a lot of ground to make up here at the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a miss, and he's down on strikes. Strikeout number
Now
8.
batting,
Just
the
overmatched on that
designated
fastball
hitter,
right there. And it wasn't like he was set up for it by something off
Marte.
speed earlier in the at-bat. Just came right after him with 3 straight, and he had no answer for it.
Yeah, that's fouled off. That misses the zone, and it's 1-1. That one missed. Fought off foul. Swing and a miss, and he got him. That's his 9th strikeout so far.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
Vientos in the box again, takes a strike.
Well, this looks like it's going to be a wasted opportunity. It's frustrating when you get the leadoff man on, but you can't get him into scoring position. They're going to need a big knock. Try to put something up on the board.
This one in the air center field. Thomas sizing it up. And that's the inning. Mets strand 1. They still find themselves down 6-0. And we're back. Here's the center fielder, Alec Thomas. Senga back to work. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. There's the strike. Way high there. And it's 2-1. That one catches the corner for a strike.
Well, it looks like he's wanting to work the upper part of the strike zone. What does that mean? Top hand better be working for the hitters. Adjust that side a little bit. Give yourself a chance to hit.
That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
Geraldo Perdomo stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Check swing, called strike.
There was a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
And that's downstairs and outside.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Next offering is fouled back. The 1-2. The shortstop takes the ball. Thomas on at first. Nobody out.
Okay.
Squirts away a little bit. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Breaking ball in there, got him looking. That K is his 3rd of the game.
Now batting.
Next to
right
hit,
fielder,
Corbin Carroll. 0
Carroll.
for 3 in this one. And first offering is fouled off. Fastball in the corner at the knees, and it's a strike.
0-2.
Oh, and he hit him. He had two strikes on him, and he hit him. 2 on with 1 out. Now it's the DH, Randall Grichuk. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Really good job in this spot to get ahead in the count. He's going to have to continue, finish off this hitter.
Next one misses, and it's a ball and a strike. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
Ooh, Baya. You got to remember to take the donut off the bat, partner.
2 on, 1 out.
2-2.
And they'll do it again. Lifted in the air, right center field. And that'll fall for a base hit. Runner from second crosses the plate. And it's an RBI single. It's 7-0.
We don't see this a whole lot anymore where hitters with 2 strikes are willing to shorten up, tighten up, and try to hit the ball back up the middle other way. He was trying to hit that hole, I believe. Very good at bat with 2 strikes.
Here's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. First pitch misses. Swing and a liner foul off to the right. Traffic on the bases with 1 already in, and we're in the top of the 8th. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field, and he makes the catch. Runner tagging from third. He's in to score on the sac fly, and it's an 8-run lead.
In that situation, you're looking to get something up in the zone that you can put in the air. Worst case scenario, a sacrifice fly to drive in that runner from third.
Now up next for Arizona, Eugenio Suarez. Plenty of offense in this one, Singy. I guess you'd say kind of what we expected, though.
Well, this was a game, looking at the pitching matchup, where you expected offense to score, and not as lopsided as this. But, yeah, you definitely expected to see some offense coming up.
Ball 1 there.
1-1.
In the dirt.
1-2.
Two outs. Hit in the air out to center field. Taylor moving under it. And makes the grab. And that's the 3rd out. So it's 2 runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Diamondbacks 8 and the Mets nothing.
Now pitching for
Back
Arizona.
now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Corbin Burns.
Well, he's been a bit of a wild card out there in terms of throwing strikes. He's definitely struggled with free passes this year.
Now it's the second baseman, Jeff McNeil.
Second baseman, Jeff McNeil.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
1 strike.
Next offering in there for a strike. No balls, 2 strikes. That's down and in. Battling here as he fouls it away. In the dirt, and the count is even 2-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Now batting.
So up next for New York, Francisco Alvarez. Right through there for a strike. The Diamondbacks with some movement in the pen. Trey Jamison up and throwing. One down, base is empty. A little bit low.
That's a ball. Ball 2. 2-2.